Hi, I'm Peter Fuller, and we're going to talk today about your org chart. So in Catapult, you've been assigned this concept of creating a functional org chart, or maybe your coach has assigned this to you. Well, what is that? Well, it's a great concept from a guy named Gino Wickman, so I'm not going to take any credit for it. Gino did a great job with this concept. So the idea is, first, before creating your org chart with people, create one without people, right? So you think, whoa, that's kind of weird. It actually is very important and strategic. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at your organization and the functions that happen in the organization. You're then going to look at the roles within those functions. And then you're going to see, okay, who is doing those things, and then put those names in. The reason you want to do this is so that you can see very clearly who's doing what and who's accountable to doing what. Because what happens when an organization grows is accountabilities get kind of all out of whack sometimes, right? You could have somebody that started with you 5 years ago or 10 years ago, and they're just awesome. And so they picked up all these different things that they weren't originally accountable for, and neither do they necessarily have the best expertise for. And so you might say, well, look, this person's in 5 different functions right now. For us to scale, we really need to move that person into what they're excellent at and start to hire for these other functions. It's a great exercise, and it's one that really complements your 3-year vision. So the last thing I'm going to say about this is don't forget your 3-year vision, because that's what this is all about. This isn't an org chart for yesterday, and it's not an org chart for the present. This is a chart that is going to map your ability to achieve that 3-year vision. So think about that. So think about in the context of, oh, if we're gonna hit this goal, is it okay for this one person to be doing these 6 things? Or do we eventually have to move this person out? Is this the right person? They might be awesome, but maybe they're not the right person for what they're doing now, or maybe they're not the right person to scale, and you need to bring someone on top of them. So take some time with this exercise. It's going to be well worth it, and honestly, it's pretty eye-opening. All right, if you have any questions, of course, you can always ask one of our coaches. Thanks.